You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, everyone knows that the Canadians are booing the national anthem. It is still going on, man. The Canadians are booing the U.S. national anthem, folks. They are despicable. But it's nice to know, guys, that we actually have Americans that aren't taking it. We saw what the hockey team did when the Canadians were actually booing the U.S. national anthem during the Four Nations face-off. They started fights. And now we actually have someone else, guys, that is crushing the Canadians for booing the U.S. national anthem. And it is Pat McAfee, former NFL player who has a massive podcast in the sports world, and he also works for ESPN. Pat McAfee was doing the WWE elimination, and the Canadians, they booed the U.S. national anthem. Pat McAfee didn't like it, and he let it be known he did not like it. He is supporting the U.S. national anthem, and he put the Canadians on blast. But we have a person that used to work for ESPN, that used to work for MSNBC, and this guy seems to get fired from everywhere, Keith Olbermann. He didn't like it. He didn't like that Pat McAfee put the Canadians on blast. Really, guys, he didn't like that Pat McAfee stood up for our national anthem. That's really what it was about, guys. I mean, Keith Olbermann is a deranged leftist that hates this country, and even the left doesn't even like Keith Olbermann, man. I mean, he cannot hold a job anywhere, folks. That is how deranged he is. He is one of the most deranged lunatics out there. He is a pariah. Nobody likes this guy, man. Nobody does. This guy is a complete loser. So let's get into it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, support us by becoming a channel member. Member live stream is every single Friday, just starts at $5 per month. Check the links in the description. We appreciate the support. So here we go. Right over here, guys. Pat McAfee blasts terrible country Canada for booing U.S. anthem at WWE event. Says here, ESPN and WWE commentator Pat McAfee spared no venom when dressing down Canadian fans who booed the U.S. national anthem before the WWE Elimination Chamber event in Toronto Saturday night. McAfee, who was at the announcers table ready to execute his assigned duties for the star-studded affair, had a front row seat as the crowd of rowdy Canucks unleashed a torrent of boos on the Star-Spangled Banner as the night began. So right over here, guys, we do have the clip of Pat McAfee. I believe it's right here. This is when he actually calls the Canadians terrible. Calls Canada, I should actually say, a terrible country. Let's play it. See, they're actually booing the national anthem right there, guys. And I don't need to play the whole thing right there. That is despicable that they would actually do that. But this is Pat McAfee putting the Canadians on blast here.
These are the most stacked elimination chambers that the WWE has ever had. Kind of sucks that it's in the terrible country of Canada that booed our national anthem to start this entire thing. But it's going to be a historic night for the WWE on the...
Yeah, so you guys heard that right there. That is what Pat McAfee said. Called them a terrible country. And now right over here, Pat McAfee, he's on his regular show, and he says, I am very proud and thankful that I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the United States of America. Canadians have a lot of passion for their country, and I understand it. You booed our country, and I said you're terrible. Let's shake hands and move along. So let's listen to a little bit of this right here from Pat McAfee.
Now, Canada, listen, there's been some things said to me from Canadians that I I guess I respect because of the passion that you have for your country, which I hope you understand that I was showing the same for mine. You booed my country. Now, I heard from a lot of Canadians during the national anthem, obviously, the Rogers Center, overwhelming boo. I mean, very loud boo. First reaction whenever national anthem starts up there was for some of these Canadians just to start booing. And I'm like, what? Okay. My entire life, my first reaction when somebody boos the national anthem is, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, that is I'm very thankful that I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the United States of America. I'm very proud that I am from the United States of America. And is everything perfect? Absolutely not. But my dad went from being a truck driver to a millionaire because he taught his son a work ethic and that anything is possible on this land here in the United States. Now, I know that we're not the only country that has that happen, but in my life, that is the case. I've also moved out here to Indiana and got a chance to meet a lot of military members. I've been to a lot of bases. I know Gold Star families. I know people that have been affected for fighting for our country that really see the national anthem as like hey, this is our shit. So anytime I've ever heard somebody boo our national anthem, my natural reaction is let's fight. That is literally my natural reaction. Now, a lot of Canadians have told me, why don't you do a little investigating on why we're booing? Okay, did you hear what your president said? Okay, listen, I understand there's political differences at the current moment between us and Canada. But I feel like anytime I think of Canada, I don't think of what Justin Trudeau does. I don't think immediately of Justin Trudeau's decisions. I don't think immediately of what Canada is doing in the political sphere. I think of the people of Canada. I think of Gumpy. I think of Poutine. I think of the magical times that I had up in Niagara Falls as a teenager at the Wild.
Okay. Not going to play the whole thing right there, guys, but you saw that right there, man. Pat McAfee is defending America, and deranged, crazy lunatic Keith Olbermann demands ESPN fire Pat McAfee for calling Canada a terrible country. Wow. This is astonishing, man. This loser right here, Pat McAfee, is standing up for our country. He's fighting back against these Canadians disrespecting our national anthem, disrespecting our flag. Pat McAfee is proud to be an American. Keith Olbermann, he's not proud to be an American, man. This guy wants America to be last. This is absolutely crazy. Because right down here, this is what he put out here. He was actually responding to that clip or reposting on that clip we just watched. He says here, a lot of us tried to warn the new ESPN management that the day would come when this idiot would draw them into a permanent political controversy and they could either be subsumed by it or fire him. Today is that day. Fire him. Yeah, deranged Keith Olbermann is demanding that ESPN fire Pat McAfee for this. And let's just say that they did, man. Pat McAfee is going to be okay, man. This guy pretty much is the Joe Rogan of sports podcasts. He was perfectly okay before ESPN. He'll be perfectly okay after ESPN. I mean, ESPN definitely needs him more than he needs ESPN. Pat McAfee doesn't need ESPN. He doesn't need him. I mean, he's massive, man. What about you, Keith Olbermann? Nobody wants you. Nobody. You are a complete loser, and you're attacking Pat McAfee for standing up for America? Wow. Gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.